Russia has withdrawn its troops from Ukraine's Snake Island in a move that could help the global food crisis that's been exacerbated by the conflict. The Kremlin is calling the pullout a goodwill gesture that shows it's not impeding the United Nations in transporting agricultural products out of Ukraine. Now, Kyiv has confirmed Moscow's retreat from the rocky outcrop in the Black Sea, but it claims it had driven Russian forces off the island with a barrage of missile and artillery strikes overnight. Russia is not relenting in its pursuit of territory in eastern Ukraine. Missiles continue to rain down in the Donbas region, with the city of Lysychansk under heavy fire. A regional governor says some 15,000 civilians remain there, and the shelling is making evacuating them dangerous. Kieran McQuillan is in Lviv. He joins us with more. Kieran, aside from hopefully exporting agricultural products, how is the retaking of Snake Island strategically significant for Ukraine?
It's massively strategically significant. It's also very symbolically significant as well. You know, this was the island where it's called Sminy Island in Ukrainian. This was one of the first places that Russia tried to grab on the 24th as that all-out assault began on this country back in February. And, you know, it's gone into the folklore of this country now because at the time there were Ukrainian defenders there. They were using radio to communicate with the Russian ship, and they used quite colourful language to tell that Russian ship where to go. It's gone into the folklore of the country. There's postage stamps have been issued commemorating this. You can buy T-shirts here in the market. People have even had tattoos of Snake Island put on their bodies. But yes, indeed, it is, as well as symbolically important, incredibly strategically important, because the Ukrainian military have posted video in the last couple of days showing an all-out assault on this island. It's deep inside Ukrainian territory, and the Russians have been trying to hold on to it because it projects power down the entire northern Black Sea. If you control that island, you control some of the routes in and out of, say, the cities, port cities of Odessa and Ocheviv. So whoever owns the island or has the power on the island can also have dominance in some parts of the airspace as well in that area. So it's incredibly important for the Ukrainians to have it right now. It's interesting, this Russian ministry statement saying that this is to provide some sort of safe way to get grain out of some of the 20 million tons that is supposed to be at the moment in Russian ports at the moment. But yeah, it's an important moment for the Ukrainians.
And on the issue of prisoners of war, Russia says it has captured more than 6,000 Ukrainians. Could we expect the two countries to swap more captured soldiers, especially since Moscow's comments come on the back of one such deal announced yesterday?
Well, we simply don't know how many Ukrainian prisoners of war there are. Indeed, we don't know how many Russian prisoners of war the Ukrainians themselves are holding. But President Zelensky himself said overnight in his televised speech that he would continue to work tirelessly to try and release those Ukrainian prisoners of war. Of course, yesterday's announced swap of 144 Ukrainians for the exact same number of Russians and Donetsk People's Republic soldiers is the biggest that we know of. Certainly with these kind of numbers that Russia has said, certainly there will be more to come.
Many thanks, Kieran McQuillan, with that update from Lviv.